Good morning to your friends. Hope you are doing well, and welcome on in to a Wednesday, February 25th of 2026. Breezy this morning, a high of 57. Watch for a shower or two this afternoon. So let's go around the room real quick. Joan, Sam, scale of 1 to 10. How tired are you, and how much of Donald Trump's speech did you watch last night?
Okay, so I'm not that tired. I might be after Wally's coffee wears off.
Yes, indeed.
I watched about an hour and 15, 20 minutes.
All right.
Yeah.
And by the way, Joan, just a little pro tip.
Yeah.
Is that you don't let Wally's coffee bean, you don't let it wear off. I mean, you keep feeding the beast until when you're done.
Yes.
That's what I do.
Sounds
actually.
like you need some more already.
Me?
Yeah.
No, I've been moving right along.
Maybe
I don't
you've
wanna,
had too much then.
No, I've been up since like 1:30 this morning, pulling all of this audio, and I've got.
And you worked last night overnight as well on that morning show?
No, I did not do it. I did not do any more fill in last night, but I was at the Legend Steakhouse thing, and so
Night before last.
I'm going. Yes, I'm going on a few hours of sleep. All right, so Joan's okay. How about you, Sam?
I'm ready for my first cup out of Wally's Bean Machine.
Okay, very.
You haven't had any?
I got to get in. I got to make sure spots are in order.
Oh, slaving for the big guy.
Yeah,
I
gotta
got
make sure
you.
that the stream's up and going.
Yeah.
Who are you calling big guy? You talking about me?
Oh, did I say that out loud?
You sure did. I've been losing weight, Joan.
I'm sorry.
I haven't been big in years. Anyway, moving right along. Hey, by the way, I've got some first audio bite that I want to play. Believe it or not, Joan, is not Donald Trump. You know what it is? It is CNN.
Yeah.
Talking about the impact of Donald Trump's speech last night.
Among speech watchers tonight, 64% say his policies will move the U.S. in the right direction. And look at the growth President Trump made over the speech. So pre-speech, it was 54% of speech watchers said his policies will move the U.S. in the right direction. After the speech, that number goes up 10 percentage points. So Donald Trump made some progress with people watching the speech from their pre-speech expectations to what they saw in the speech itself.
Now, this is CNN. So CNN, before the speech, Trump is at 54%. Will his policies move the country forward? After the speech, it went up to, as you just heard, 64%. Let's do hey, Sam, let's do a Daily Dan poll. Watch us on YouTube, and let's do a Daily Dan poll. Do you want to grade Trump's speech? Joan, you think that'd be a good idea for a Daily Dan poll?
An ABC and F scale.
ABC,
how many
we only have
can do?
4, so.
We need to word this, though. If we're grading the speech, meaning when he actually read from the teleprompter, it's different than when he trailed off on his own.
Not the whole thing.
Okay, so the whole
overall.
The whole whatever kit and caboodle is, that's what I want to do. Here's more from CNN.
And that 64% number, that's pretty much in range across all of his State of the Union addresses. In his first term, last year, the joint session, that's about what we've seen. Is roughly 2/3 have walked away from his speeches thinking he's going to move it in the right direction.
So a lot of red meat for the base.
Yeah.
Listen to Jake Tapper. Oh, it's just a lot of red meat for the base. I don't know if I would say that, and I'm hearing this for the first time. But what I would say to Jake Tapper is that his base is not representative of 64% of the people polled, right? So I think Tapper is trying to dismiss this number as, it's nothing but Donald Trump's base. I do believe that it's more than Donald Trump's base.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. If you're a Republican on the ballot in 2026, I think you leave this speech being as happy as you could possibly be, that he sort of stuck to the script on the economy, he gave red meat to the base on immigration, and they can leave the hall tonight and sort of take that out on the campaign trail.
So here's just a number of things, just right off the bat. I think that, Joan and Sam, I think it was a good speech. I think that what I said last night during the State of the Union is true, proved to be true, which is that there is a lot of viral moments that Donald Trump was looking for and the Republicans were looking for. Nobody sat through, what was the TRT on that? Total running time?
Hour and 41 minutes?
An hour and 41 minutes. So I don't know how many people actually sat through the entire hour, 41 minutes. I certainly didn't. I tried, but I fell asleep. So I think that for the president and for the Republicans, it's mission accomplished. You've got Donald Trump, in my opinion, saying a lot of great things. And yes, if you want to call it red meat, then fine, it's red meat. But here's the other thing. You also have the Democrats, and I didn't realize this. Joan, Sam just told me this. So some Democrats could not even stand for the American U.S. hockey team and their gold medals sitting in the chamber. Couldn't even stand and applaud for a bunch of Americans winning a gold medal for the first time in hockey, men's hockey, since 1980. Democrats couldn't even stand for that. That is incredible.
Well, they're afraid that it's going to spark a wave and a regeneration of white supremacy. That they're already on.
Is that what it is?
They're already on about it on social media when it comes to youth hockey and everything, and seeing young white kids react to the game-winning gold. That was like
it's going to lead to white supremacy.
Yeah. They see all these white kids playing hockey, being excited about it, and they get upset and they think white supremacy. Not that we have some very successful players of other ethnicities that are American. I don't get it.
I don't. Sometimes and Sam, you're on your way to being college educated. I'm not. Joan is. And so sometimes I think I'm not smart enough to think as stupidly as the Democrats. Do you know what I mean? Like, does that make sense, Joan? Mm-hmm. Like, yeah. I'm not smart enough or educated enough to think as stupidly as the Democrats because I don't even know what that means. So applauding and appreciating a bunch of hockey players for winning a gold medal is because they're afraid of white supremacy. Do you see how that doesn't make any sense to me?
Nope.
I guess knowing the Democrats, it should make sense that it doesn't make sense to me. And I guess it is actually a good thing that it doesn't make sense to me, because if it did make sense to me, that would mean that I'm on this road to insanity, which is where the Democrats are. The Democrats are literally at the end of the road of insanity. In other words, they're insane. And I loved one of my favorite. Joan, do you have a favorite moment in the speech? And Sam, do you have a favorite moment in the speech? And by the way, if you have a favorite moment in the speech, let me know on the super text line 615-737-9986. I liked when Donald Trump, and I'll play the audio. I've got the audio where he started talking about the Somalis and the fraud.
Yeah.
And Ilhan Omar, there's a number of different instances, but, Ilhan Omar starts screaming back at Donald Trump, saying that he killed people, that instance as well. So many really good moments, and I didn't even see the whole speech. I mean, I don't want to sit here and say the entire thing was great, because maybe there were some things that I missed. You know what, super talkers on the super texters? If there was a moment that you did not like, let me know that too. 615-737-9986. All right, so Joan, real quick, because I know you're listening for traffic. Was there any? What was your favorite moment? Did you have one?
She stepped away.
It's 5:15. She can't step away.
That Wally's coffee.
We do traffic at 5:50. You know what I'm going to do? Hey Sam, watch this. Hey, Sam, hold my Wally's coffee. Knowing Joan's not there, I'm going to throw to traffic just for the heck of it. It's 5:15. Let's check traffic with Joan Jones on WTN. I like how we're actually even playing the sounder.
Well, in fairness, she texted me to do it. There's a crash, I-24 eastbound, past Hickory Hollow Parkway.
You just thrown Joan completely under the bus. You could have just said,
in the Antioch area.
Jones had a lot of coffee and had to flee to the restroom.
I didn't have an opportunity.
We need me, Sam, to do traffic. But instead, you totally throw her under the bus. Okay, very good. So go ahead, Sam.
That was it.
Oh, what?
Crash, I-24 eastbound, past Hickory Hollow Parkway, exit 60. The right shoulder is blocked.
Okay, thank you, Sam. You know what? Nobody told Joan that we talked about how she had to flee the newsroom.
There's
a
a 10-second delay, so she's going to hear it on the radio out in the hallway.
Oh, all right.
We're cooked.
So is Joan's tummy, apparently, from all the coffee. What? All right, so this is how.
It might be worse than when she had to drive in.
Will you pull up the audio on Donald Trump talking about the hockey team? But this is how the Daily Mail describes the State of the Union. You ready? Donald Trump delivered a State of the Union address for the ages on Tuesday night. A 2-hour spectacle of standing ovations, an ejected Democrat, and a presidential broadside against his own Supreme Court. Al Green, you folks see what the sign that Al Green had? Did you see the sign, Sam?
Oh, is this that black people aren't apes?
Black people aren't apes. That is
we
the
knew
sign.
That, Al Green, thank you.
Right. I mean,
Revelation.
Obviously that is in response to the video that Donald Trump or whoever it was accidentally posted. So, whatever, Al Green. So he immediately got kicked out. Oh, by the way, do you know who's going to join us at 6:35? Tim Burchett, Congressman Tim Burchett, and that's right. And he was Joan was telling me that he had one of the very first comments to Donald Trump as he walked into the chamber. He was
in his ear.
Yes, he was in his ear. Joan, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Good to hear. So, Joan,
you guys stink. You know that?
What's that?
I know that when I'm gone, stuff happens on the air.
Nothing happened. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Sam, did anything happen?
Sam's over there giggling like a schoolgirl.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Here's what I know happened is Sam did the traffic. So I love this. What I asked you, Joan, as you were gone, is did you have a favorite moment from the State of the Union?
There were a couple. I think, and I'm going to play the audio from it in the 5:30 newscast, but when President Trump said, if you agree, stand up with me, stand up now if you agree that the federal government, and I'm paraphrasing.
Well, no need to paraphrase, Joan. I actually have the audio.
You have it?
Yeah, let me play real quick.
Yeah.
If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
I mean,
that applause was almost a 2-minute long applause.
Yes, it was a 2-minute applause.
And it got more raucous as the cameras turned on the Democrats to see them scowling and, so uptight.
Mark Kelly.
Yeah.
You saw Mark Kelly and the senator out of Arizona, where he's like slouched down. He's obviously ticked off. I mean, that is going to be made into, and I'm sure it already has been, made into a meme. I can't.
As he tries to run for president.
Oh, good luck, man.
Yeah.
Well, you know what that was? I mean, this whole thing was all about, again, going viral and memeology and all the videos going viral and all that. So one of the videos I'm sure that is going viral today is all of these Democrats in that long 2-minute standing ovation when Donald Trump said that, all the Democrats standing. Because clearly the Democrats are pro-illegal immigration. And I do believe that this is still a big issue. This is still a big issue for the American people. Here's more.
Isn't that a shame? You should be ashamed of yourself not standing up. You should be ashamed of yourself.
This is where Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib start their back and forth yelling at President Trump.
That is why I'm also asking you to end deadly sanctuary cities that protect the criminals and enact serious penalties for public officials who block the removal of criminal aliens. In many cases, drug lords, murderers all over our country, they're blocking the removal of these people out of our country, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
Yes. I love that part.
Every single state House Democrat in Oregon voted for a bill that would allow the local prisons to not notify ICE and the federal government when they released violent felons that are unlawfully present.
Well done, Oregon. So when your American citizens start dying at the hands of these illegal aliens who you have allowed back into your communities, you're on record as saying, don't work with ICE and keep them in our community.
Yeah, I'd have to say my favorite moment, and this is going to sound kind of dark, but my favorite moment was probably seeing the demonic true colors of the left in play was the failure to stand and honor Irina Zarutska's parents.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh,
that was the demons inside them would not allow them to show even a shred of human decency to the people of a country that they virtue signaled for years about.
Well, and here's the thing. When we were talking during the State of the Union, one of the things that the Chad said, and it is true, is the Democrats have got to find he used the term humility to stand up and applaud for the proper things, like, for example, the parents of Irina Zarutska. But I think humility is a good word, but just show some humanity. To not applaud or not to stand up and show appreciation or some sympathy or some humanity for the parents of Zarutska, Ms. Zarutska, it is horrifying that they wouldn't even do that. The humanity of the Democrat Party is gone. Like, it is just gone. Last year, not standing up for an 11-year-old with cancer. Now, not standing up for the parents of people murdered by these folks that the Democrats have let out into our communities when clearly they should have been in jail, like with Irina Zarutska. It's horrifying. It is horrifying that the humanity has completely left the Democrat Party. And, you are, I've always said this, you are, partly defined by what you're outraged over. And if you're not outraged over that, or if you're not outraged over what Sam is telling us with the Oregon State House, where they have all voted not to cooperate with ICE when violent criminals are in their prison systems, and instead they're going to allow them back into our community, illegal aliens, all humanity has been lost in the Democrat Party. It is stunning. Although I don't know why I'm stunned. We've seen the Democrat Party, haven't we, Joan? We've seen the Democrat Party just dissolve into this just the most horrifying of opinions and policies, and the things that they advocate for and the things that they stand for and the things that they are not outraged over is horrifying.
When Sam used the word demonic, like, I think that applies. It just applies because their hearts are not, there's something wrong with their hearts.
Yeah, they don't have one, or they're black.
They're black. They're black.
Yeah, so their humanity is gone. Yeah. And again, we have watched this slow dissolving. I would like to know what Hakeem Jeffries, by the way, thought when Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib are yelling at Donald Trump. Because remember, and I did an interview on this yesterday with that dude from the Hill, where they were like, let Donald Trump say what he's going to say. Let him do what he's going to do so that we can all talk about his lies afterwards. Here's the thing, though. Donald Trump, I don't know, did he tell any lies? Okay, the left is talking about, I guess he said something about the 2020 election. I don't even know what it was. I don't care about what he said about 2020. I truly don't. But I care about what is going on right now, and I care about getting the SAVE Act passed. I care about protecting American citizens. I care about affordability. I care about all of those things. And I like the fact that, this is the headline from CNN right now. You caused that. Trump blames Democrats for affordability woes. You know what I'd ask this? I'd ask this question. How many people out there still have credit card debt from the Biden administration? Right? Oh, Sam just raised his hand.
Right, yeah.
Yep.
A lot of people, and I covered this at the time, a lot of people had to use their credit cards to pay for, either electricity or groceries when at the height of Biden's presidency, it was up at 9.7% inflation. And so now we are seeing, and we talked about this all the time, where there are genuine glimmers of hope in the economy. And so is the economy perfect? No. And I don't know if the president, said that there's still work to be done on the economy. I hope that he did, because that is the truth. However, he has made a lot of progress. I want to cut the music. I've got it. Joan, Sam, my friends that are listening.
Yes.
I've got a very important message for you. Here we go.
Hola.
Mi español no es el mejor.
No te preocupes, alcalde. Si su hijo o hija está cumpliendo 3
You know what that is, Joan?
I have no idea because I don't speak that language.
Sam? Just say no. Just say no. Just say no.
But I do know.
Dan,
This is AOC and Mayor Mamdani telling illegal aliens to sign up for free childcare in New York.
Kidding me?
In Espanol. Yeah, that's Hola.
Hola.
Mi español.
Hola. How do you say piss off in Spanish? That's what I'd like to do.
I think it's piss off.
Is it?
Yeah.
El
yeah.
piss offo?
El piss offo.
So realize what's going on in New York, right? So
Actually, Cabriassi.
That's how you say it.
Cabriassi.
Cabriassi. All right, very good.
Yours sounded too Italian.
So, well,
Yours sounds like it comes with a caprese salad on the side.
yeah.
You know why?
Why?
Because he's so white.
Hola.
Cabriassi.
You sound so white.
Did you guys get the joke, though? Did you get that joke? Wait, let me do it again. You guys don't?
Hola.
Cabriassi. Thank you. Anyway, look at all the problems that are going on in New York with Mamdani. You do have people leaving now. We are seeing that. There's outrage. You've got the crap in the streets. You've got the literal crap in the streets. You've got the sanitation problems. You've got him saying that he's going to raise property taxes. You've got him talking about raiding the pensions. Remember that whole thing?
Citizens assaulting police officers.
Yeah, with the snowballs.
Oh,
that was a big deal.
Ice balls.
Some of those were rocks, Sam. They were putting rocks inside of snowballs and throwing them at the police officers. If you folks don't know what I'm talking about, there was a viral video a couple of days ago where you have police officers. Joan, you pointed this out to me, where these cops in New York are being pelted with snowballs, but inside the snowballs, they've got rocks in there.
Ice, yep.
And Sam was talking about the ice balls. You know, if you take a snowball and you pack it in really tight, I mean, that is essentially a rock.
Yeah.
And these cops are getting just pelted with these snowballs. That is what's happening in New York. Yet, you know, here you have Hola.
Mi español no
A smiling Mamdani and AOC saying, hey, illegal aliens, the people of New York will pay for your child care. I mean, oh, my goodness gracious. Now, there was apparently some sort of a response that Mamdani had to the police officers getting pelted with snowballs. Sam, is that what you're saying?
I've seen videos of kids throwing snowballs at members of the NYPD in Washington Square Park. And first, I want to say that officers have been on the front line of helping our city respond to this blizzard. They have been keeping New Yorkers safe, and they have also been at the heart of our efforts of digging New Yorkers' cars out of these kinds of conditions and ensuring that our ambulances, our MTA buses can keep functioning across this city. They and our entire city workforce deserve to be treated with respect. The only person in our city's workforce who deserves to be treated with a snowball is me. So
Yeah.
You know what?
I saw some kids having a snowball fight. They were like
They were full-grown
mid-20
adults.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, these were 20-something people who were literally throwing hard snowballs at these officers and didn't, I think one or two had to go to the hospital.
Yeah, a couple of them had some, I don't know the extent of the injuries, but they needed some medical attention after getting hit in the head with them. And what really cracks me up I guess the millennial and Gen Zs, we call this glazing. So he soft plays what happened, and then he glazes the people that were actually victimizing the officers. And, well, but they're doing all these wonderful things for the city. So we love taking advantage of them when we can and being able to abuse them at our will. That's what comes across to me.
Yeah, glazing. You're glazing over the fact that these officers were pummeled with snowballs. And I know that there's going to be people that are going to be saying, oh, Mandis, you're such a snowflake talking about snowballs. Again, there were rocks inside the snowballs from what I read, and you pack a snowball really tight, and it's almost like an ice ball. And so, that is, that's why they had to go to the hospital. And it is clearly a sign of disrespect. By the way, Donald Trump talking about transgender surgeries for minors. Listen to this.
But surely we can all agree no state can be allowed to rip children from their parents' arms and transition them to a new gender against the parents' will. Who would believe that we're even talking about this? We must ban it, and we must ban it immediately.
All right, so of course you then have the Republicans that were standing. Joan and Sam, I'll give you one guess as to who didn't stand for that. That would, of course, be the Democrats, and Donald Trump had a reaction.
Nobody stands up. These people are crazy, I'm telling you.
I asked people what their favorite part of the State of the Union was, Joan.
I bet that's, yeah.
Bunch of people said that it was when Donald Trump called out the Democrats as crazy for not standing up, talking about not taking away kids so that they can be transitioned.
Yeah.
Nobody stands up. These people are crazy. I'm telling you. They're crazy. Amazing. Incredible. Boy, oh boy. We're lucky we have a country. With people like this, Democrats are destroying our country, but we've stopped it just in the nick of time, didn't we? Huh?
So there you go.
I love how he just, in a number of spots during the speech, he just continued speaking right over the crazies who were yelling at him.
Oh, yeah.
Because, giving them attention only, puts a spotlight on them. So he just continued, he rolled over them, and he kept on going with his message.
Hey, I want to play this real quick. Tim Burchett, by the way, is going to be joining us at 6:35. Congressman Tim Burchett, 6:35. We have Brian Wilson going to be with us at 7 o'clock. And then Matthew Hurt will be joining us at 7:35. Did I get that right? 6:35 Burchett, 7 o'clock Brian Wilson, 7:35 Matthew Hurt will be joining us. And I'll be playing audio throughout as well. Because I know that there's people that actually went to bed and you haven't heard all the audio. So I'm just continuing to, kind of plow through it. But I did want to play this as well. I don't know if you saw this, but on CNN, this was yesterday, Harry Enton was talking about Gavin Newsom. We all know that Gavin Newsom has had a very challenging few days. And so now they're talking about the 2028 presidential election. And right now, who is it that looks good and is polling well for the Democrats? Listen to Harry Enton. He literally calls the Democrat Party a total clown car.
So we see Governor Newsom. He's got a book, I think, which actually publishes today. He's in the middle of the fray of possible Democratic contenders. So what do the polls say?
Yeah, they're all running, and this is just a downright clown car at this point on the Democratic side. I mean, just take a look here. Top choices for the 2028 Dem-Pres nominee.
Now, he's got, just so you know where we're going, right? Gavin Newsom has 19%. Top choices for 2028 Democrat Party presidential nominee. Newsom's at 19%. Kamala Harris is at 18%. Buttigieg at 13%. And AOC is at 12%.
You have a leader, but it's not really a clear leader. It's within the margin of error. You have Newsom at 19%. Then you have former Vice President Kamala Harris at 18%. Quite a weak number for her, given that, of course, she was the nominee last time around. Pete Buttigieg, who, of course, has run before, 13%. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez at 12%. This is just a total clown car. It is a total mess. There is no clear front runner at this particular point. on the Democratic side. Who the heck knows who the nominee is going to be in 2 years?
It's been a long time since we've had a Democratic race like this.
Yeah, it has been a long time. This is very unusual for the Democratic side to not have a clear frontrunner at this point. National early poll leader at least 25%. Look at this. This year, we get the giant question mark. No one. In 2020, when there was no incumbent, it was Joe Biden who was there, Hillary Clinton in both 08 and 16, and Al Gore in both 2000 and 2004 at this point. We're at least at 25% of the early polls. You have to go all the way back from when...
All the way back.
I wasn't even in elementary school yet, not even in pre-K yet, to 1992. That was the last cycle in which there was no clear front-runner at this point. Very unusual.
Yeah, so I mean, that does not bode well for the Democrats. And here's the thing. If you when he called the Democrat Party like a clown car, I want you to think about what's been going on. You've got, Gavin Newsom embarrassing himself over a number of different things. We all remember this comment talking to a black audience.
I'm like you. I'm a 960 SAT guy. I cannot read.
I mean, that was, of course, how he decided to try to bond with that black audience is by calling them stupid. So no wonder he's at 19%. Kamala Harris, 18%. She's a train wreck. Pete Buttigieg, 14%. AOC at 13%. Now, we all know that AOC had a terrible time in Munich. By the way, Joan and Sam, did you see the video of AOC where she is pretending she has no voice?
Oh, yeah.
And she was... So I'm going to be honest, I didn't see or hear that. I know that other people covered it.
Then you didn't hear the snore.
I didn't hear the snore. Sam, can you pull that up really quickly? But we all know that AOC had a terrible time in Munich when she was asked about the incredibly important issue of protecting Taiwan from China.
I think that this is such a, I think that this is a...
Yeah, that was her response. I see. I've shortened them because I feel like we all know.
Yeah,
so I don't want to play the whole thing because it is painful. You've got Wes Moore, the Democrat out of Maryland, who the governor, who has issues with stolen valor, if I'm not mistaken, along with a lot of other things too. By the way, Eric Swalwell, I think that he's obviously just a joke. So, do you have that audio of?
Yeah, I've got I love Sky News Australia. I love hearing when they comment on things, but they've got it and intro it here.
All right,
let's change pace now and talk about this.
If you think that I don't understand foreign policy because out of hours of discourse about international...
Okay, pause that. But just pause. How do you not hear that? Like, is that... I think she said somebody said that was her dog.
So, a lot of people are saying that was her boyfriend sleeping, but she's got one of those French, what do they call them?
French pugs?
French bulldogs?
Yeah, French bulldog. And, they snore. They've got the face, that pushed in face.
Yeah.
And they do a lot of snoring, so they're saying that that may have been her dog.
Okay, but here's the deal.
It sounds like she's passing gas.
Here's the deal. You post that, though. That's the thing.
I know.
She voiced it. And then she posted it.
That's its own meme now. People comment like a GIF of
drunk texting or drunk.
And then he posted it.
Yeah. I mean, like whenever I post something, I don't know about you guys, but whenever I post something,
you proof it.
I proof it. I listen to it, and it. You know what the funny thing is? If I even like shank a little word or so, I'll do it over again.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't do a radio broadcast like that because it's all live and I shank a lot.
Perfectionist, you.
But clearly not. So, but the thing is, you've got AOC where you couldn't have done that over again. You didn't listen to that and you didn't hear the snoring.
The funny part is she's responding to, I think, an Instagram comment that says, I just want you to understand foreign policy before ever running for president.
But play more of this.
I paused to think about one of the most sensitive geopolitical issues that currently exist on Earth. I'm afraid the issue's not my understanding, but rather The problem is perhaps you've gotten adjusted to a president that never thinks before he speaks.
I'm watching you struggle to think as you are speaking, lady.
How in the world? I'm just, you know what? I will be honest with you. I'm shocked.
Yeah.
That she posted that. You couldn't go into another room? I mean, I realize that she probably lives in a kind of a tiny place, perhaps, I don't know, in Washington, D.C., but you couldn't go into another room where the boyfriend or the French bulldog weren't snoring?
That definitely sounds more like a dog.
Does that, you really think that's a dog?
That or IBS.
I don't think that's IBS. Do you know why I don't think that's IBS? Because it's too, what's the word I'm looking for?
Rhythmic.
It's rhythmic. Thank you. It's too rhythmic. Like nobody can pass gas rhythmically, can they, Joan?
Oh, like I know.
You
did
guys
you
are
not
smart.
Raise sons?
Well, I did raise sons. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys are smarter than me. The only time you can pass gas rhythmically is if you're walking.
Okay.
You know, I think that this is such a, I think that this is a...
You know, she actually makes more sense there than when she's responding on Instagram with the whatever in the back, the snoring in the background. That's all I got. It's a 5:53 on Nashville. Whatever. 5:53. What do you say about AOC at this point?
Yeah.
Like honestly, what do you say about AOC at this point?
I've never, I guess, if people want to make the argument that you can't go anywhere in America based on, you know, your identity or your intelligence level, I would say, look at this bartender who probably couldn't make a proper old-fashioned, destroying New York.
Listen,
she's succeeding in that endeavor.
I happen to know on very good authority, Sam and Joan, that was indeed a French bulldog.
Oh.
Because Tennessee's most famous French bulldog owner, one Brian Wilson, is telling me that is indeed a French bulldog.
Oh, see that?
So there you go.
So I used to have I told you this yesterday, a Maltese Shih Tzu. They called him a Maltese-zoo.
Right.
Same pushed-in face and same snore.
Yeah?
Yeah. He snored a lot.
And by the way, the highlight of the show thus far has been Joan and Sam's reaction to my conversation about rhythmically passing gas.
You know, I think that this is
That's what you guys...
you know, I think that this is a...
That's what it's like to work with Dan Mandis in the morning.
Maybe she's just concentrating on not farting in front of the security conference.
Maybe there's that as well.